They say not to judge a book by its cover, don't judge a beer by its can. Salutations, I'm Becca and this is Words and Other Malarkey. So I have something kind of different, kind of trying something new. We'll see how it goes. A few weeks ago I did the beer and books tag and I enjoyed it so much I was like, how can I continue the fun of combining my two favorite things, books and beer, but without like repeating myself over and over again? Well, I came up with this, or you know, well, what is this exactly? I thought it would be kind of fun to try to take a book and pair beers with it. Kind of like how people like pair food with beer or something. But yeah, this is gonna be kind of experimental. See how it goes. I just really wanted to do something with beer again. So that's what we're doing. And as you can see, the first book on the roster is The Martian by Andy Weir. There's like no reason in particular why I chose The Martian to feature first. It's not like it's a like new book, but it is like pretty well known. Actually, full disclosure, we originally shot this video a few weeks ago when the SpaceX launch happened, or around that time, and I was like, oh yeah, this is so relevant. Like, we just did a space thing, and this is a space book, even though, like, we didn't go to Mars, obviously, but then the audio got corrupted, and yeah, there was a little bit of dejection, and then it wasn't relevant anymore. But I mean, who really knew that the SpaceX launch was happening anyway? I mean, I think I knew like the day of. So, you know, space is for all times, for all days, and you know, people love sci-fi. Some people do. So yeah, The Martian came out in 2011, and then the movie came out a few years after that, in a year that I can't think of right now, but it came out in a year, not long after the book, because it was a pretty big sensation. I remember hearing about it, hearing about the movie, seeing the movie, reading the book. It was like one of those. I actually like kind of followed the trend, was maybe like a year or so behind, but yeah, and I enjoyed them both. For those that don't know, you know, The Martian is about a manned mission to Mars gone wrong, where this unexpected dust storm sweeps in and one of the crew members gets like impaled and they think that he has died, so they leave him behind, and he actually did not die. He wakes up and is like, oh shit, I'm stranded on Mars, and has to survive just with the things that were left behind at their base. It's a tale of survival. It's like Castaway but on Mars. For those that like plausible sci-fi, for those that like real tech-heavy scientific sci-fi, this book is fantastic. I think it's been like applauded for, you know, at least doing its research. And it goes into a lot of detail about like the processes, and he does a lot of like jerry-rigging of various like space technology in order to survive, and it all just like, I mean, I don't know that much about space technology, so I was just like, oh okay, but for those that are really into it, I think that it was very interesting, and they like to see all the like attention to detail. Now that's where like those that maybe aren't as scientifically minded, it does get a little bit dry at points. Dry, it's a Mars joke. But it's still a great read. The voice, the main character, Mark Watney, has like a really like kind of dry wit, there's that word dry again, witty, kind of sarcastic sense of humor, and it's like a pretty relatable voice. You know, you do root for him, like you get invested in him as a character. And then it'll also like switch over to like what's going on with the crew, or with NASA, because once the crew realizes they left their comrade behind alive, they're like, oh shit, and then, you know, they have to make some executive decisions. So it's yeah, you don't just have to be stuck on Mars with Mark Watney all the time, but his perspective is really, you know, intriguing, and at least like keeps your attention. So I do remember enjoying the book and enjoying the movie. I think the movie, you know, pares it down to like appeal to a wider audience. You know, you don't get as like in depth with the tech and the science, but you get enough of it to where it makes sense. Of course, they cut out some scenes because you can't put everything in the movie, but they put I think pretty much all the important stuff. And actually, overall, like, I don't know if I think the book or the movie is better. I think the movie only slightly better because I'm not a super like scientifically minded person, and I would get all jumbled up in the jargon. The movie was like more digestible for me and my monkey brain. And actually, I like the ending of the movie better than the ending of the book. And it doesn't end super differently. They more like just go a little bit further than the book did. It's like not spoilers. I'm not giving anything away, I hope. But I liked how it ended for the movie. I guess it was more of like a cinematic ending. So yeah, that's my take on the book. Definitely, if you haven't read it, I don't know if it's even, I mean, I think it's still talked about. It's considered like a pretty good book overall. If you're into sci-fi, if you like space travel, survival stories, you know, you'll really like it. Check it out, you know, and the movie with Matt Damon is great too, so you know, either one is good. So let's get to the beer. Yes, beer. Man, I'm supposed to be on a diet too. But, you know, do it for YouTube. Okay, so here's what'll happen. I will talk a little bit about the beer, and then I will actually pour it so you can bask in that sweet visual, and then I'll taste it. And it'll be like super great, and you can just live vicariously through me. I'm not a beer expert by any means, but I definitely like beer, and we've definitely like got more into it. Like we're becoming like beer people. I promise we're not like snooty. We try not to be snooty about it. It's so interesting because there's so many different kinds of beer out there. You think there's just like Budweiser, and then you realize there's like all these weird variations and flavors, and it's like, whoa. So here we go. The first beer is Space Camper Cosmic IPA. Kind of some low-hanging fruit here. I actually did this backwards. I was drinking Space Camper and was like, ooh, this reminds me of The Martian because it has space in the name. Space Camper. And he's like a space camper, well, like a involuntary space camper. So I love this can. This is one of like our favorite craft beers. This is by Boulevard Brewing Co. in Casey, Missouri. And it's a Cosmic IPA. I don't know what a Cosmic IPA is. It probably has to do with the hops because India Pale Ale is all about the hops. Yeah, this is like one of our favorites. We get it all the time. It's a really balanced IPA, so let me just open it. So we don't have like a matching set of tulip glasses, so we just have like random assorted glasses for now. So you get a smell. It's very like fragrant, you know, very hoppy. You get some citrus, and then the pour. Oh, I'm spilling! Wow! Yeah, as you can see, it's got this lovely golden light amber color and this really frothy head, and it's very carbonated. And the aroma is just like, you get like this like orange peel, lemon zest, almost floral too. It's a really fragrant beer. And then I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, it's like you get the hops right up front, but then it like smooths out and just kind of like coats your tongue, and it just really, a lot of IPAs for me at least, like it's too hoppy. It ends with like a really like stringent bitter aftertaste, and I don't like that. Space Camper was the one that like turned me on to IPAs because it actually like smooths out at the end, doesn't leave you with a weird aftertaste. It's just a really great, refreshing, clean beer. And so yeah, and it's space themed. Actually, if you like see, I just love, man, I love the can so much, like the design. Half the time I just pick beers because I like the design of the can. Like, they say not to judge a book by its cover, don't judge a beer by its can. It's gonna take, yeah, it's so good. It's so good. I don't know like how I want to do this. I guess I'll just, if I've poured it, I'm gonna put it over here by the book. Aesthetic, perhaps? Alright, next one. Oh my god, when I found this I was so excited. So this is called Exit Strategy by Four Hands Brewing Co. I think this is in St. Louis, Missouri. If you can't tell that I'm in the Midwest, well, you'll be able to tell because a lot of the beers that I pick will come from the Midwest. Exit Strategy. Look at this design. I am in love with it. Oh my god, like the colors, it's like so like retro looking, and when I saw the name of it I was like, oh, That's the Martian, because it's all about him finding an exit strategy. Wow, much smart. And it also, like, if you can see the pairing really well color wise. Yes, getting that aesthetic, getting that Instagram worthy. These are sweating really a lot. Okay, so exit strategy is a sour India Pale Ale. I don't think I'd ever had a sour India Pale Ale. I'd had sours, I'd had IPAs, but never the two together. So this is a really interesting beer. It says on the can, lactose, peach, and vanilla, and that it pairs with grilled chicken and vanilla ice cream. Usually beers don't say what they pair with. You have to like look it up. So lactose, peach, and vanilla, what the fuck? Okay, it doesn't really smell out of the can, so I'm just gonna pour it. And you're gonna see. Maybe I cannot spill this time. Oh, I'm not spilling. As you can see, it is a slightly darker amber color. Very nice. Very, like, much more clear, like, as you can see. As you can see. Hi, what's up? Do you smell the beer? My dog's an alcoholic. Not really. She had beer once, and now she, like, runs anytime she knows we're having beer. Okay. The Space Camper is hazy. This one is clear, and it had a head, and it went away. So, you know, and it smells right off the bat like lactose. I don't even know how to describe it. Like that sour smell you get off of like plain yogurt, you know? Like it really does smell like lactose. Like almost like a burp. That's really disgusting. Like an acid burp. Yeah, I know. There's sometimes like weird descriptions that come with beer. Like some beers like smell like straight up weed. Like that's a thing. Or like they'll smell skunky. You know, like Corona is known for, ooh, buzzword, smelling skunky. This smells like an acid burp. Yeah, it's really, really bizarre. And you'd think that would like turn you off, but then you also get like this sweet smell too. And so when you taste it, it is so good in such a weird way. First you get like the front part is like the sour part, the acid part. And then you get like kind of a peach flavor, but like a sour peach flavor. I don't know, like an underripe peach flavor maybe. And then it like you get kind of a vanilla finish. So it really does have like lactose, peach, and vanilla somehow. And it's really surprisingly good. I think we had this once with white sauce pizza with chicken. Oh my god, it went so well. It was so good. So like if you like weird stuff, if you like things that have some odd notes, you know, but like good odd notes, like definitely pick up Exit Strategy. So and I mostly chose it, yeah, because the name in the can was just like, oh my god, that is totally the Martian. And you'll get a nice, okay, I'm gonna freaking clean up my mess. Holy crap, 1 second. Oh. Party foul. Let me just clean this up here. Just nothing to see here, folks. Just move along. Okay, the last one. I tried to like not just pick IPAs. I actually tried to think more about like, you know, what made sense, but I did try to choose different beers too. So I was very excited when I found Galactic Cowboy Imperial Stout. Nitro Imperial Stout from Left Hand Brewing Company from Longmont, Colorado. It's, yeah, this is different. You watch this. Okay, so this one I definitely picked because of the name. Galactic Cowboy. Mark Watney is like a galactic cowboy, basically. Actually, he doesn't ever call himself a cowboy. He calls himself a space pirate at one point because, like, international waters and stuff. It's funny. You can look up the scene from the movie. It's actually kind of makes sense. He is kind of a space pirate, apparently, but he also kind of has like a cowboy attitude. It just reminded me of him, of the character. So yeah, Galactic Cowboy. You can see it has a nice bluish green with some stars and planets in the background. And we're gonna pop this baby open. Ooh! It has one of those like nitrogen things. That's what that sound is. Nitrogen things. It's a technical term. We got the big glass. Here we go. Watch this. Ready for some... I'm going to pour this from the front like a normal person. Oh my god. Ready for some contrast? Oh yeah. It looks out the gate like chocolate milk. It is, I'm gonna pour this whole thing. About to get crunk. Yeah, this is like somewhere between black coffee and motor oil. And the head is this like creamy, like coffee cream color. It's so different. It's just amazing to me. And yeah, it's got this deep, dark brown, creamy foam. It looks like, I don't know, like a freaking cold brew espresso. And the thing with stouts is that they often taste like coffee, even if they're not a coffee stout. And this one isn't. It's just like a regular Imperial stout. So if you get coffee and chocolate, straight up like chocolate, and like you still get like a beer smell too. And then when you taste, oh my god, so smooth. The foam part tastes like when you like froth up chocolate milk a whole lot, or like latte foam. It's so good. It's so good, but so different. It's a different kind of good. Yeah, this is actually, like, some stouts are really like hit you right in the face, just like they're real bam. This one's actually really smooth. It's almost like subtle. Like the more you drink it, obviously, like the more it's gonna like build on itself. This pairs perfectly with some chocolate cake. Yeah, we know because we've tried. It is so good. Yeah, it's definitely a lot. Like, I don't think I can even drink like this whole thing. It's just such a rich, heavy beer. You know, this is like not something you generally drink a lot of, unless you really like stouts. But yeah, this is like something you have on the side with some dessert. And yeah, it's really good though. It's really good. So this is our lineup. Let's bring them over. Let's bring them back on stage. I guess I'll rank them because why not, right? Look at the color contrast here. Aesthetic, am I right? If I had to rate them, I'd actually go Space Camper 1, Exit Strategy 2, Galactic Cowboy 3. I didn't mean to put them in order. Space Camper because I know it's one that I will drink a lot of all the time. It's just an all-around good beer. Exit Strategy because it's so interesting and different, and it's really hard to compare a stout to like IPAs, but the only reason I put this one last is because it's not a beer I could drink a lot of all the time, but every once in a while, chocolate cake, awesome. So if you're looking for some beers to pair next time you're sitting down with Andy Weir's The Martian, consider these. Man, that was fun. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'll give it a thumbs up my own video. Yeah, this was fun. This is what it's all about. Books and beer. Feel free to comment. Let me know what beers you'd pair with The Martian. Let me know if this is the weirdest idea you've ever heard of. And keep it weird. Drink beer, read books, don't get stranded on Mars.